Wake up and smell the coffee, Mr. LaRusso.
Extreme situations require extreme measures.
Yo, what's guys, welcome back to Cobra Kai Karate. Welcome back to a brand new video. Today we are here for brand new Cobra Kai Season 6 Fury, and it is will Julia Pierce be in Season 6, the last season of Cobra Kai. Let's get to it. Of course, if you don't know who Julia Pierce is, she was in the next Karate Kid, the fourth Karate Kid film in 1994, and you know, I think we can all agree that that was a very bad film. I still have nightmares from that film, from how bad it was. I'm not gonna get into it, but I did not like any really the characters in there. Of course, Mr. Miyagi is the only one. The villains were terrible. Ned and Colonel Dugan, probably the worst villains I've ever seen in cinema in my life. But Julia Pierce, I mean, still was pretty annoying and rude, and you know, the actor was not the best. But I think the character still was nice, and I think it would be nice to bring her to the show. Because we have been seeing the creators bring back a lot of kids from the show, so I would not mind bringing Julia Pierce back. The only things I would say for next Karate Kid, do not bring back any of that bull crap, Colonel Dugan or Ned. I swear, I don't think the creators will bring them back. It's not necessary, and I don't think no one really wants them back. But if they do bring them back, Netflix, I'm canceling my subscription. Anyway, but Julia Pierce returning has been a theory for a long time, and a lot of people have been wondering, and I will talk about how she'll join, if she does join, and will she join. I'll talk about the first will. The will is unknown. Of course, nobody knows if she will join. Daniel, I just call him Daniel. Ralph Macchio, who plays Daniel, and the creators have said in interviews before that, you know, that the Miyagi-verse, they call it the Miyagi-verse, is open with any character. Any character that's been involved in any film is possible to return. They said Julia Pierce is possible to return. And, you know, but nothing is confirmed. You know, we don't actually 100% know. But here are some reasons why I actually think that it's just a 50-50. First, I'm going to talk about some reasons why she would not join. Then I'll talk about a reason why she should join. These are some reasons why I think it's possible that we might not see her in Season 6. For number one, it's the last season. And there's a lot of stuff you got to get done. And I always say this, when you're talking about the last season of a show, especially how Season 5 ended. I think Season 5 was you know, a great season, but it wasn't like a season setting up the finale season. It just felt like another crazy show, left a lot of unanswered stuff. So there's a lot of stuff you got to answer from Season 5 to Season 6, and you got to make a whole season of its own, and you also have to wrap up the whole show. So there's so much stuff you got to get done, and there's so much limited time on the season. So I say do not waste your time on anything dumb, any unnecessary stuff. Just get right to the point. Make a beautiful season and end the show right. Because it does not end right. That's gonna be like a nightmare. So bringing Julia Pierce in would be a lot of stuff. Could it work? I would like it, but I would say maybe not make it like as big a thing. Maybe make it just as big as Mike Barnes was, like how big his role was in Season 5. Maybe just a little smaller. Because there's just so much you got to get done. I don't think there is too much you can even do with Julia Pierce that much. Now, a second thing I can see her now returning is the actress is currently pregnant, and I believe with twins. So it's not just one, it's freaking two. So, and the thing is, what was I gonna say? Cobra Kai Season 6 just started writing now, I think in February, so they're writing it right now. So filming probably won't start till, like, I don't know, somewhere mid this year. And she's gonna be pregnant. She might still be pregnant, or she might already have her babies. But when you have babies, you gotta take care of them, especially when they're really, really young. So I don't know if she will be able to film. And plus, when you're just got done being pregnant, I don't know if you can do a lot of fight scenes. And I think Hilary Swank, the actor of Julia Pierce, has stated herself that she never got a call from the creators, never heard anything from the creators if she wants to join. And I don't know if Hilary Swank would even want to return. I would believe so, yes, but we don't even know that for sure. So that's one thing, and that she's pregnant. And so those are the two reasons why I think not. Most people I think creators like, you know, she is pregnant, you know, it is her last season, you know, let's just try to focus on our main characters, and we don't need to really go back to Julia Pierce. I could see that happening. I would be fine with that. I'm not the biggest fan of Julia Pierce. It would be cool to see her return, but it's not something I'm like dying for, or I really need or want. But here are some reasons why I think she should return. For one, I think it's definitely a fan base for the next Karate Kid. There definitely is next Karate Kid fans, and I think they would love to see Julia Pierce return. So I think giving something to those fans would be great. I also think just bringing in another character from the Miyagi verse would be great, especially for the last season. And I think I think that's one of the main things. Just give something to the fans that really like the character, and I think it'd be pretty cool. So, and how would she return? I could see her coming in as a cameo, helping out with Daniel. I would believe so that Daniel and Julia Pierce already met before, because they both know Mr. Miyagi. I would assume they would be at the Miyagi funeral. I think they would have, crossed ways, and they're probably not like the closest friends, but I believe they know each other. And if she comes in try to help with karate, I could see her relating to Tori. I could see her being like a mentor to Tori, because we know that Julia Pierce had a hard life when she was younger. Her parents died in a car accident. She found Miyagi, it changed her life. We know Tori's had a rough life. Her dad left her. Her mom, I think she'll die this season because she's been sick. So I think they can relate a lot of stuff, and I think that would be a really nice bond we could see in season 6 with Julia Pierce. And just seeing Julia Pierce in the show for a while. And another nice fear I heard is she fights Kim Da-eun, because who really is a competition for Kim Da-eun? I heard some people say Amanda. I'm like, what the hell? Julia Pierce would not even destroy Kim Da-eun. She would just, I think she would win, but she wouldn't destroy. And Amanda, you're thinking that she could beat Kim Da-eun? Some people do not think before they talk. Not saying I do, but still, I just am not that dumb. Anyway, so those are some cool fears I can see returning. Now, will this 100% happen? I do not know. If it does happen, I'll surely be happy, but does it need to happen? The honest answer is no. This does not need to happen. I feel like the Silver stuff, he needed to return. That's not a huge character from the past, and he did affect the show a lot with being the main villain. Kreese needed to return. Silver needed to return. Mike Barnes didn't need to return, but it was really good fan service, and I think they're gonna do a good thing with him. Tori, Julia Pierce does not need to return. It would be cool, but it does not need to happen. One role I think she could play, of course, is being the mentor to Tori, but I think we can already see that with Amanda. I think we can see that with a lot of other characters that could be a mentor towards Tori rather than Julia Pierce, although I would like to see that. So I don't think that she needs to come in, but it would be nice. And as far as she will, we'll have to wait and see. But even if something small at the weight end, because I mentioned before the actor is pregnant right now, or she will already have babies, and she can't do too much fight scenes and all that stuff. I know they have stunt doubles, but you still gotta kind of do stuff a little. So maybe I was thinking like at the last scene, I know there's a theory that it's like Johnny and Carmen's wedding for the last scene, or like around the last scene, and they're all there. I can see Julia Pierce coming there to talk to Daniel, and it doesn't even have to be like she doesn't have to be a big role in season 6. She could just be there for like one small scene, just talk, and then she could be out of there. It could just be one cool, nice fan service, and they could bring her at the last moment. Not her fighting, not her being a huge role like Mike Barnes or any Silver or anything like that, but having her come in just to have a quick talk and just bring her back. I think that could definitely work, and that's all up to the creators. We're going to have to wait and see. Season 6 coming out next year, so yeah, make sure to subscribe to the channel. I'll see y'all next time. Always remember, extreme situations require extreme measures. Peace.
Cobra Kai Karate.